And 1v1, it's still him who wins it out. Anyway, Keyboy, again, he jumps, he gets one, but he misses another. Now it's an outplay.
Lancelot in that case. Well, if you're Kyrie,
exactly. I was about to say, like, usually, no. In any circumstance, you do not want that. Yeah. And then they'll go, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right, Wolf.
It's in a game. Will Geek Fam be able to come back from this 1-0, force yet another series, another?
Rashi emblems by Dunia Games.
We have an Inspire by Sans, because he uses a Mystic Projectile not only to engage, but also to scout out and deter Geek Fam from moving in. The fact that the bounce happens on that skill, it throws you to just be a bit more nervous, opening them up to possibilities.
All right, let's see.
For it is Kyrie on the Fedrin, but now that's level 4, maybe he can go for the heavy spin play before before the turtle is actually contested.
That's going to be the main factor here, because both of these junglers are at level 4. So we'll see the setup difference coming in from both of these teams. There you go.
Some good damage. The assassination from Nile, but the Brazer's Wrath connects as well. That's a 1-for-1. Luke diving deep into enemy territory. Kyrie now with the help of the penalty zone from Boots. And 1v1, it's still him who wins it out, even despite a heavy spin. And now Beloy.
Lane, it looks like ONIC, Boots is having a fun time as well. And in the jungle, it looks like Kyrie's winning it all out.
Nile, though, already invading here with the help of Luke. As the retry, he finds it, but a penalty zone locks him down. A good heavy spin to disengage as Luke is able to dash away. Boots now there to capitalize on a good taunt knock-up from Kyrie as ONIC takes the lead again in the stat line. Another good stun to stop a boy from clearing this wave and to get Kyrie some good space.
What do you do? What do you do?
Oh, he saved the heavy crossbow all the way to the end. It might be an outplay. One more hit. A fadeaway. Keyboy. Again, the executor. The assassin, but on a healer.
The X Factor Keyboy. MVP.
This time now has a good spot, but penalty zone gets popped in. And again, the combo prevents Geek from even stepping in the vicinity. Kyrie with a taunt. Beloyski with his health bar just drained out.
This is Lance, yet another huge combo. And if they really want to come out on top in these fights, they cannot do that. Of course, Luke, the main flanker for Geek Fam, is already 1 kill down. He needs to try and make a play maybe, and that's what he's doing in the bot side.
Geek Fam have to pull an Arashi. Oh, you heard his voice. It's a bit scrappy. Geek Fam needs to look for a proper scrap here against ONIC. They need to make it weird like this. I'm offended, but no, of course it's not. CW, unkillable. Just jumps out like it's nothing.
It's a similar story to what we saw in game number 1. That's the exact thing that they want to look for, yet ONIC always deny that opportunity from happening. Whether it be from Keyboy's healing, whether it be from the FOTO item or photo, as you call it. Every time Geek Fam wants to look for opportunities to make things uneven.
He has, but now he's getting jumped on.
Baptism connecting and finally, no way, again! Kyrie with a taunt now, Keyboy with a bait. It's a big heavy spin from Nile, but it's a Mystic Gush even bigger. Kyrie now into the front. It's a flicker forward from Keyboy. Nile gets slowed and now taken out as a 3-man baptism. A boy versus 2. That's the passive from Keyboy, getting a bit more damage. A boy needs to look for an outplay here. That's a splash again, but CW will be able to just pick up a double. When you look for a scrappy team fight, ONIC says we can win it anyways. Luke, 2 dashes. What he needs, he jumps, he gets one, but he misses another. Now it's an outplay. Luke has been normalized. Yesterday's play was nothing but a fluke in the face of ONIC.
They just made him look like an amateur, like a ranked game player. They dodge everything, they bait him out. CW know that he has a heavy crossbow available, dodges out of it, and Luke was just caught out there, high and dry, nothing to do. And once again, the denial. Nile can't do anything. Denial.
There went to Nile. That was Nile still having that retry, but what the heck is going on? It almost seems like ONIC have regained their Season 11 form. They are untouchable.
Does Geek Fam want to go for a different approach maybe this time around? Sure, they've been looking for pickoffs, but for the amount of times that they failed, they went on the same person. They went onto Keyboy. And over, time and time again, he has been able to outplay the situation. Is there a way for them to go for a different approach?
I think the only real play that stands out is maybe some macro-heavy splitting done by Luke. Because if he doesn't go in, they can't really make him commit. But look at his play!
The turrets mean nothing, not to ONIC. Nile with a 2-man heavy spin, but what is a heavy spin to no follow-up? I'm offended, bringing boots back under the turret right now as the Appraiser's Wrath doesn't connect. The boy misses the baptism and now gets gunned down. But okay, with a blazing duet, it's healed again. The Mystic Gush, everything you throw at ONIC, ONIC throws at you again, 2 times fold.
6,000 gold lead in the 8th minute already in that particular split lead, taken this entire game of Mobile Legends, rewritten the code, and there doesn't look like anyone is here to stop them. Advantage in this particular skirmish. Niall, I don't think he's able to force this out, but I like what Geek Fam is doing. They understand this, and they're looking for a trade, a macro play, something that they can put in their pocket, which is that push in the top side.
Something is definitely better than nothing. But with the Lord coming up here, ONIC can still equalize in the lost turret department, and they can even go for a bit more with a penalty zone, with tools to just crowd control, with Boots maybe walking into a trap.
I'm offended, connecting onto Boots. If he survives this, that will not happen. But if he survives, that would be cool, right? I mean, ONIC have survived every single skirmish.
It looks bleak for Geek Fam right now, but does this not look like they're setting up for a backdoor or a split push strategy for Marky to go in?
That's the only thing they up the push, or they can just go for a fight and make it a bit of a base race. With the Lord coming in, I don't think Luke can really match up to the pushing speed, but they will send Boots back, so the penalty zone deterrent is now no longer in the picture. This could be an opportunity for Geek Fam, unless...
Beloy's Conceal just got cancelled earlier. Holy Baptism baiting out the heavy spin. Beloyski, oh, that's an I'm offended only onto the cannon minion, and it actually procs the sentry, the turret there. And now it's the turret in the mid lane, tier 2, just taken out without minions.
That's the first Lord as well, and Luke tries to replicate the same kind of success, but it's gonna cost him.
He survives for a bit, but not for long. The heavy crossbow does that much damage through the shielding. It pierces through.
Desperation, just the stench of desperation all over Geek Fam. And it's only been 11 minutes, yet they're resorting to this sort of strategy and this sort of gameplay. Sacrificing Luke, looking for structures, trying to set up for what appears to be a Hail Mary play. But ONIC, despite all that thrown at them, it doesn't matter. They don't care. They're confident enough to actually go this in a conventional way.
They're still respecting Geek Fam and their defensive abilities though. Usually we see that ONIC, especially with an 8k gold lead, they can make plays to just dive in and just destroy teams in their own bases. But they know that Geek Fam, they've been here before. This is where they're just scheming, waiting for a chance in the shadows to try and make something happen.
And now it's, what, just ONIC controlling everything. What do Geek even do? They look for a split push up top. Luke is getting some good farm, but for Marky, he is the weapon they need to get online. Keyboy is finally now recalling, but ONIC here, they're actually not recalling. They've canceled it out. That's an I'm offended onto Keyboy right now, but he still has the flicker. Goes in for the baptism, saves the flicker. Luke is still on the top side right now, looking to play, but Beloyski gets melted down before anything can happen, and there are no more minions up top. ONIC have gone for a risky play. They have left the top side, and now, only now, do they send Sans back to clear it. Luke in the mid lane trying to be a nuisance. And ONIC are still holding on to the Lord. Niall's only a level behind and Kyrie's already holding on to it. Niall jumps in with a good knockup. Sans has cleared up top lane. Kyrie jumps to the taunt and a penalty zone from Boots. It's CW going godlike as Marky jumps into the lazy duet. Now Luke onto CW. Should be able to take him down. A good shutdown, but Niall now running away. A flicker forward from Sans as Niall should fall. Sans picks up a killing spree. What looked good has ended up disastrous for Geek Fam.
Fortunately for Geek Fam, they're able to find CW though, so the pushing power is going to be a bit more limited. But with this next Lord right here, ONIC, it's just the moment where if they want to play this early game style, they want to go for the end. Base start has been taken for Geek Fam. That's a great advantage, a good items.
Finally.
It's full aggression coming in from CW, and he's ahead by 3,500 gold. With the GDS, he has maneuverability, and with the Lord already in their hands, there's no chance for Geek Fam to force him into close quarters battle.
A small loophole that I see is CW. Oh no!
What you see is Beloyski getting melted down, Eterna. ONIC aren't even using the sideways. They don't care. They'll go straight at that base turret in the mid lane, take it down, and then recall. And then now Luke has to be careful. He's still going for it. He might actually lose his life now. That's CW with a heavy crossbow chasing Luke down. That's some damage. Pop down. The knockout strike comes out. The Geek Fam sticker emote comes out. But he will not come out alive from this trade.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He's able to find a little bit of time, maybe for Geek Fam. But other than that, he was even unable to get that turret in the bottom side of the map, get that inhibitor turret for his team. And now ONIC with a man up. They're looking for a little bit more pressure into Geek Fam. The one thing that I really wanted to point out was CW has yet to buy a 1.
Yep.
So that's something that Geek Fam can exploit, but it's a shot in the dark, but it's the only shot they got.
It's also holy healing to help that, right? You don't need to win in nature when your HP doesn't even go low. Marky's physical damage right now, it's still not at that level.
Why? Because he already has DHS, he has Golden Staff as well.
Rafaela.
I think he has a Corrosion.
I think it's only one item away from having a full inventory slot. But yes, there's a lot more utility built into it. And again, it's just not the same kind of crit, the same kind of burst. With Luke gone earlier, ONIC has been able to get the bottom side base turret as well. And now, with them locked in the base like this, Luke can't find a window to actually go out.
That's an offended onto Keyboy, but he still gets out. He gets a baptism as well. On the last possible pixel of that baptism, he finds Beloyski. A proactive move by Beloy, and you will not believe the outcome of it.
Man, the aggressive play from ONIC continues, and Sans has a Winter Truncheon. Fully expected to do something absolutely crazy, and now they go in.
Nothing crazy, everything just by the books. They go in for the first person they see. It's a penalty zone. That will be utilized to melt a boy down. 2 members down. Nile jumps in with a heavy spin. That's Marky with a blazing duet to the back line, but it doesn't melt anyone down. The holy healing provides enough sustain. Sans doesn't even go for the kill. He just recalls in the face of danger, in the face of the Marquee. The solution in this game has to run past his base, across, and make a big lap before Beloy now respawns in. That's a baptism not connecting. Luke, knockout strike, but one more shot should deal with him here. They're chasing for him. Luke is buying a lot. Connecting, but the burn does connect. That's a slow Luke. Still magical, as always. But magic will only get you so far against all.
And this is going to be yet another free lord for ONIC. What is Geek Fam planning here? A boy posturing and
flank.
Beloyski a boy. They're going for a flank.
This is a big gameplay. Beloyski with I'm offended. CW able to dash away right now with a Purify as well. He gets out. He buys the immortality. While in the midst, that's a Mystic Gush with an off angle from a boy. They bought enough time for the lore right now. They're crashing in, but Boots just penalty zones in. That's a Mystic Gush getting rid of Beloyski's HP bar. Even in the front, it's going to be Luke, the frontliner. The guy who can distract. Melted down. A killing spree for Taewen. Now it's a blazing duet only connecting onto Kyrie, who's going to be there, who just takes it in with a taunt, with a baptism. Marky will be taken out, and ONIC will secure another.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Sky Kings, they are angry.
Honestly, for me, I gotta say, Rafaela cannot go through anymore. Because throughout the game, I would say in this game, it really is about how